All right, welcome back. So, another video on my way to becoming a professional kayak bass angler. Today, we're going to be focusing on throwing the jig. This is probably the most important lure from what I've gathered. If I'm ever going to become stand a chance competitively, got to learn how to use the jig. Super low confidence lure for me. I got a pretty big jig we're throwing today. I got the Rage Craw on the end there. It's pretty heavy, nice big weed guard, and it's got a rattle on it, so should be able to get some attention even though it's a little windy today, but I have a really good feeling about it today. Been getting a lot of bites, but struggling with getting some hookups and still haven't caught I've only caught one fish on it so far. Let's see what time it is. 1:15. We're going to go ahead and start ourselves a little timer. We're going to be out here let's go ahead and give ourselves 2 hours and 40 minutes, starting now. Let's see if we can catch ourselves a bass. Hopefully a big one. We'll kind of start along this outer edge of this lily pad corner. We'll work our way to a few different spots, but that's where I think we should start. Oh, I want to catch a big fish. Watching a lot of videos learning how to do this. I really hope that I can start making this become a confidence lure. Should be able to knock out a bass anytime I come out here, especially in 2 hours and 40 minutes. We should be able to catch something. Just toss that right there. Making sure to pull out slack. I've heard over and over and over and over and over again that jig needs to fall straight down. Once it gets down there, we can let it sit for a second. Give it a little hop. Give it a little hop. Let it sit. I'm trying to be way more patient now. I'm trying to go way slower. I think that's probably the biggest problem I have is patience. If this jig doesn't work out, we'll switch over to the Finesse jig for a bit. I have a good feeling that could be something I'm supposed to be doing right now, at least. The bass are still kind of funny, being September, heading into fall. Might want something a little simpler, a little easier than this giant jig I'm throwing here. All right, we've been fishing for about almost an hour. I think it's time to switch to the Finesse jig. This is the Finesse jig. It is literally so much smaller. Apparently this Finesse jig becomes a little more popular in the winter and fall. And since we're basically in fall and it's cold and windy and cloudy, the water temperature is dropping. Let's go ahead and throw this guy on there. These craws are way smaller, so much more appropriate for a finesse situation. I think that we could probably lose a chunk of that. Nice. Okay, now we're talking. Alright, this is maybe a third the size. This is just a freaking little guy here. Let's see if it makes a difference. Alright. We'll fish back over the spots we were just at, and we'll see if the Finesse jig makes a difference. Yeah, this is better. This is right. I think that other one might be too heavy, and it just kind of sinks into all that muck at the bottom. I don't know how to fish a Finesse jig. I think it's pretty much the same business. Stay on the bottom, little twitches, little hops, very slow retrieve. Pretty deep right there. I'm gonna have to let that one sink for a minute. And we got one. Yes. Not a bad little bass. Nice. On the Finesse jig. Only got a couple casts in. Thanks, bud. Does that mean we're going to catch a bunch of bass all of a sudden? I don't know, was that like my 4th cast? So satisfying catching a bass on a jig. It is crazy how good that feels. Yeah, I'll tell you, I was just doing the same thing, just kind of twitching along the bottom, small little hops, making sure it was on the bottom. Felt a little bite, gave it a little hop, and then I just went ahead and set the hook because I just knew. Got an hour and a half left. That's not bad. Caught a fish already. That's good. My first little bird's nest with fluorocarbon. Oh, it's nasty. Oh my god, it goes so far. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't great, but that wasn't too bad. Alright, time to call it. Start fishing my way back to the car. I want to throw a couple bonus frogs, and then we're heading home. On the last cast. Yes. Frogfish right at the launch. Yeah. Heck yeah. Yes. Yes. Thank you, bud. You're the best. Best frog ever. Oh my god. Yes. It's a decent sized bass.